Ah, the humble potato. This deceptively simple and inexpensive starch can be prepared countless ways: baked or stuffed, fried or chips, roasted or scalloped, salad or tots. But the tastiest tuber may be the almighty mashed potato, available in pretty much any diner and restaurant you'll ever find. Everyone uses a different recipe for their mash. Some with cream, some with garlic, some smooth, some with lumps. But whatever the style, it's like a warm, carb-loaded culinary blanket. And unlike real blankets, these go great with gravy. So first thing that you're going to need is potatoes. You can use any type of potatoes like red potatoes, white potatoes, even like yellow potatoes. But I'm using with the russet potatoes. If you know how much potatoes that you want to put it for to make mashed potatoes, I'm using 6 large russet potatoes. I'm going to wash it to scrub, and then I'm going to peel it. So we got the potatoes all peeled. We're going to use my knife to cut this, and then you're going to dice it into bite-sized pieces, just small chunks, just like that. Just cut it all the way through for the potatoes, and just cut it, and then you just keep cutting all the way for the potatoes. Just dice them up, and then we're going to submerge into the fresh lukewarm water to get all of the extra starches. So I'm coming back and I'll show you how I dice up with the potatoes after it's just about bite size. So after I just diced up the potatoes, I put into the fresh lukewarm water to submerge so it gets any excess starches to remove it, and then I'm going to drain over it after it's submerged, and then the water is almost getting ready to boil. Okay, so the water is ready to boil on high. I'm going to put some salt after the water is boiled, and then we're going to throw in some potatoes. You just want to be careful, we don't want it to splatter. So I'm just go ahead and I dropped those potatoes. Goes in. The potatoes goes into water. Just stir that around. Now you want to cook this to uncovered for about like 30 minutes until the potatoes just nice and tender. Making sure to stir that occasionally. I'm using with the sauce pot or soup pot. You can use any type of pot that you want to put for it, but it's up to you. So we got the potatoes. It's almost just done for about 30 minutes. And I just want to test this. See, the potatoes are... I'm going to use the knife to check the potatoes are be ready. And it's done tender. And I'm going to drain off the excess water from the potatoes. So in a separate sauce pot, I'm going to put into the milk and the butter. I'm going to be using 1 cup of any kind of milk that you want it for. I'm using 1% low-fat milk, but you can use any type of what you want. I'm just going to pour that into the pan. That's about like medium or medium-high heat. I'm going to be using 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. You're going to melt the butter into the hot milk. So when it comes to the butter melting in the hot milk, over about the medium to medium-high heat, you can see I'm stirring it, and I'm going to pour that milk and the butter to the potatoes, has been already drained, that I just put into the bowl. I'll come back and I'll show you when it looks. Alright, here's the potatoes, has been already pre-tender for after 30 minutes. And here's the butter already melted into the hot milk. You can see that. And you just want to pour that into this potato, and then we're going to mash it up with those for the potato masher. You're going to mash that nice and creamy together. So for this seasoning, I'm going to sprinkle with half teaspoon salt that I'm going to be using for, and ground black pepper according to taste, each of those. Just gonna keep mashing it around. Okay, so this is optional. I like to put 1 teaspoon of garlic powder or 2 cloves of pressed garlic or finely minced garlic. You can use any seasoning you want, like dry parsley, oregano, onion powder, ground nutmeg, even ground ginger, etc., etc. But it is completely up to you for that. So we're going to almost done for that. Just keep mashing around. Okay, we're almost done. Just mash up. I'm going to plate this up into the just put that into this dish. They'll be ready to serve. And if you like, you can garnish with some minced chive, which is optional for presentation. Okay, spread this over here. Alright, that looks just perfect. And that's it. You have a finished homemade mashed potatoes, ready to have for dinner. And if you like more recipes, please give me a big thumbs up, everybody, and write down the comments below. And then make sure to subscribe to Worldwide Campus News and Entertainment. And I hope you guys enjoy.